spiral of dots, and the more dots you went over the, but there was a lag in the steering, so you had to anticipate and get it right and work out what the lag was, and the lag varied as the test went on. And this is Trenchard, the father of the Royal Air Force, but we have noticed he has a remarkable similarity to one of our great friends, and what would that be? That would be Captain Jeff. Look, yay, back then, Captain Jeff, the father of the Royal Air Force. That's where you dialed your weight in. It didn't go high enough for me because we used to put all our gear on, then climb on a set of scales, and 260 pounds, and the most you could dial in was about 240.
And what is the weight restriction?
Well, it's not a restriction. It used to angle the rocket packs, because these tubes here are rockets, and when you twiddle that, you see it's just a mechanical linkage that would angle it so that it went out at the correct or the best trajectory for your personal weight. But I've always been a big lad. Injure you as you eject it, because as the seat accelerated up, if you have padding,
you loosen it for something.
Exactly right. You suddenly get the seat hit you in the back, so like
leaving high speed flight. Oh, that's why he asked where we were.
Yeah.
Right, we've really got to have a word with him about that. Because you wouldn't be able to retain the fuel when you split the wing. What I'm guessing is meant to be a parachute cover on the back of that Typhoon.
a slat, a fixed leading edge slat all along the front of the tailplane. This has inertial navigation system, which is like a mechanical, entirely mechanical inertia, the size of a suitcase. And the navigators used to physically dial up using a series of numbers, a latitude and longitude, and they'd have a mechanical locking device. So they'd unlock a pot, which was a waypoint basically. They'd move the counters to whatever latitude and longitude they want, and then they'd turn and lock in, physically lock in clocks that set that inertial position.
It's a baby version of the old Enigma machine,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah. This is a Jet Provost Mark III. Christ almighty. Look, manual trim. That's where I learned to trim. single throttle, didn't change the thrust, just made it louder. That's how you'd move the canopy. There's a canopy, and it was always the student's job to close the canopy. Okay, and it was like about 20 turns, and your left arm would be killing yourself. Oh, way to go!
And does it fit you like a glove?
No, no, it's a bit big, but the nap fitted me better, and that was smaller. Bloody hell! Look at this, isn't that brilliant? Transmit switch, press transmit. Where's the speed brakes? There's the speed brakes. That little rocker switch there. Yeah. Actually, I am sitting a bit high, to be fair. Turn and slip. Single attitude indicator. Because when that failed, we used to have to make an instrument approach using just the turn and slip. So, and you used to have to recover from an unusual position using turn and slip, which not many pilots would know how to do nowadays. We used to have to wear a rubber mask when we were in nuclear, chemical and biological warfare, and used to ventilate it. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about, Coriolis traps. Okay, there you are at night, and you're trying to adjust the coolant and the volume of your sidewinder missiles. They're down here, so you turn down here and look down, and promptly end up in a Coriolis trap. So that's how you turn the coolant on and set the volume down there. That's the engine inlet control, so you could override the ramps if they started moving when they shouldn't. That's your intercom system, basically tooting the nav. There's your fuel system there. That's where you select the enemy refueling out and all the different tanks. You have to manually select each tank when you want to transfer. And that's where you dump fuel. And that was the emergency jettison. Identical levers. I mean, obviously they're painted different, but when you grab one, you have to be careful you've got the right one. There's the hook, and that was, funnily enough, was shaped just like a hook and had a nice red light on. Brilliant.
I thought the Phantom was...
Didn't go high enough
comments
for
on
me.
my weight. None of that.
Only got to 250. I was 260 pounds with all my kit on.
Gosh, and this is just your little radar.
Yeah, that's just a repeater of the front radar.
Okay. It's very nice. Awful lot of buttons and things, isn't there?
Preferable to the lemon?
It's well, you know what? I think the Lemon has got its advantages here. Probably doesn't go as fast, and we're sadly lacking reheat in the Lemon. I might suggest that to Embraer as an immediate improvement. But ergonomically, I think the Lemon's probably a little nicer to look at.